practice. Preseason practice starts March 1st for the upcoming football season. If you're planning on going out for football next year, this would be a great place to start. Talk to Coach Swede for any questions you may have. Thank you. With upcoming spring sport details, as a student at Newton, you can participate in soccer, track, tennis, or golf in the spring. Please know that you must have a current physical on file with you school and can check for practices on the school's website athletic calendar. Here are some details about following sports. The soccer head coaches are Coach Lamont for girls and Coach Jensen who coaches the boys team. Their emails are lamonta@newton.k12.ia.us and jensenz@newton.k12.ia.us. If you'd like to participate in soccer, you need to bring the following to practice: soccer cleats, shin guards, a mask, and a water bottle. Contact the coaches to find out about practice or any details or questions you may have. Next is track and field. The girls' head coach is Coach Thomas, and the boys' head coach is Coach Jarvis. Their emails are jarvisc@newton.k12.ia.us, thomasr@newton.k12.ia.us. If you'd like to participate in track and field, you need to bring with you to practice spiked tennis shoes, masks, and a water bottle. Contact the coaches to find out about practice or any details and questions you may have. Thank you. Next is tennis. The girls' head coach is Coach Zaire, and the boys' head coach is Coach Gerber. Their emails are zaire@newton.k12.ia.us and jaredgerber1991@gmail.com. If you'd like to participate in tennis, you would need to bring practice tennis shoes, a mask, a rack, and a water bottle. Contact the coaches to find out about practice or any other details and questions you may have. Last is golf. The girls' head coach is Coach Kaler, and the boys' head coach is Coach Riley. Their emails are kaler@newton.k12.ia.us and rileyp@newton.k12.ia.us. If you'd like to participate in golf, you need to bring a golf bag, golf shoes, a mask, and a water bottle. Contact the coaches to find out about practices or any details and questions you may have. If equipment is an issue, reach out to the head coach to see if they can assist you. Preseason meetings have taken place, so if you have missed meetings, please email the head coaches to find out what you missed. Another great way to connect with your sport is through Newton's athletic and activity page on Facebook. Thank you.
They undress us with their eyes and disguise their crime by blaming us for what we're wearing and just pry like, hey girl, I know that you want to just look at that body like, damn girl, who needs brains when you such a hottie? You're so mesmerizing, show yourself to me. It ain't my fault that you're so pretty. They treat us like flowers that they can just pick at. Pick all our petals like it's a game that they're good at. Did she ask for it or did she say no? Did she beg you or could you not resist yourself because a little skin was shown? Yet now the games are over and there are no petals left. She's bare standing before you, only the stem left. The beauty you stole and used against her. She was begging for it when she was drunk, right? It'll all just be a blur. She should have covered up more. She was asking for it, begging for it. It's not my fault she dressed like a whore. Boys, I'm gonna say this loud and clear so that even through your catcalling and your hey pretty baby, you can still hear. She didn't even begin to stand a chance as soon as you realized you couldn't keep it in your pants. Her clothes don't justify your hands on her body. Instead, she's too scared to speak up. Guess it'll have to be me. As soon as she turned 7, she had a target on her back. She's 10 years old and already carrying scissors in her backpack. 13 doesn't want to walk alone. 15 doesn't want to leave her home. 16 eyes follow her every move and every step. Boys shouting from the streets her future set, all because she was born a girl. The only thing she hears is, damn girl, give me a twirl. She's only in her teen years and already carrying pepper spray in her pocket. She runs home as fast as she can as soon as she realized she forgot it. Every day, constantly reminded that nobody wants you for anything more than your curves and your pretty face. School becomes the scariest place. Boys looking her up and down in the hallways all day, and they don't seem to understand it's not okay. This starts happening as early as the age of 5 years old. Mama telling her, you can't wear that dress, it's too cold, when really she knows that men will place her image in their heads and they will keep it there until they go to bed. Boys will be boys, right? Well, I'm willing to put up a fight. Hey boys, focus on doing your homework and not doing her. Get to know her before you claim her as a flower that you can pick. Hold her hand and not your dick. She looks gorgeous in that skirt and that top. She has the right to wear whatever she wants. You need to learn to control yourself when she shows up in a crop. She didn't ask for it, you just took it. She didn't beg for it, she begged you to not. She begged you to stop. This is happening to so many girls today, and most are ashamed to say things because my guys make them think like it's not a big deal, but they don't have a clue. They stole something that wasn't theirs. Their handprints still stain her body, and their fingers still pull her hair. At this point, I'm just sick and tired of the harassment that goes on when no one can hear, when no one can hear her tears. The worst part is this happens to 1 out of 6 girls every single year. Girls, I am sorry that this is it. This is how you have to live, in constant fear and constant worry. Everywhere you go, you have to go in a hurry. Everywhere you go, you have to be careful what you wear. Everywhere you go, you have to make sure you put up your hair. Every single night, you close the windows and lock the doors. Every second you live, the fear grows ever more. As you get older, expectations grow taller. As you grow older, your wardrobe gets smaller. You don't wear tank tops, you don't dare wear skirts. Shorts are out of the option, constantly wearing sweatshirts. If you were born a female, I'm sorry for your pain. I'm sorry that boys' behaviors are considered to be okay. And boys, if you're listening, please, before you go, remember this one thing for me. No means no.
According to thehistory.com, young people began going to prom in the 19th century. This dance was not for high school students, but for college students, and it was a way for women to meet eligible men. In the 1920s, high school began to introduce prom as a way to teach young men and women how to behave like responsible people along the lines of gender and race. By the time Great Depression hit in the 1930s, the prom had become a big enough deal that some high school principals canceled their proms. In the 60s and the 70s, schools held 2 proms, one for their white students and one for their black students. Across the country, some schools have canceled their proms in the past years because of dating and the same-sex couples, because administration did not approve of these relationships. In the most recent years, students have asked their dates with the promposal, which is simply more elaborate than just asking their date to the dance. Thank you.
Today I'm here with Thomas to talk about boys bowling. How was the overall season for the boys bowling team?
It was pretty positive. We've made some pretty big strides over the season in count and just as a culture.
How was your season overall?
It had ups and downs, but it was just a pretty normal season other than being a senior year.
How was competing at districts?
It was really fun because that was pretty by far our best meet. It was very positive energy.
What was your hardest competitor and why?
Hardest competitor, probably Bondurant, because we were pretty close. It was really close, but they ended up beating us out.
What inspired you to start bowling here at Newton?
My brother bowled, and I didn't have any other winter sport that I was interested in, so I chose bowling.
What would you tell students who were thinking about going out for bowling?
Do it because there's really no downside. You'll have a lot of fun. You'll meet new people there who are all very fun.
What is your favorite thing about being on the bowling team and why?
Being able to travel and to get to do a very fun activity almost every day.
Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing what our boys bowling team does next year. I'm here with Autumn, and I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
So your first question is, what do you think about virtual snow days?
I think they're very helpful. Instead of just being able to sit at home, you can actually get more stuff done instead of just not doing anything at all.
I'm here with Drew Doran.
I like my snow days, so they're okay, I guess, but I like no school more than having school.
I'm here with Madison Doran. Honestly, I think they're a good idea, especially with the fact that I don't want to go over the, like school hours and days. I have a vacation to go on, so I don't want to miss that. So. What are you doing over spring break?
Probably just staying at my house, or I might go see my sister. It all kind of depends.
Yep. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
I guess I'm going to Kansas City. Never really thought that far ahead though.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Over spring break, I'm going to Kansas City. I'm going to IKEA to get some new stuff. Fun. Thank you for your time.
Today I'm here with Abby and Bailey to talk about girls bowling. How was the overall season for the girls bowling team?
Pretty good. We worked well as a team together and we bonded throughout the season.
Was this your first time competing at state?
For me it was not because I went last year individually, but it was the first time for the team to go. We were a very young team.
What was state like to compete at?
It was fun and exciting.
You placed 7th at state. Did you expect to do well? Why or why not?
We just went in there and just wanted to have fun. It didn't matter what we brought home. We just wanted to go in there and have fun, get the experience.
Abby, you placed first team 2A All-State and first team 2A.
Yes.
How did you feel when you found that out?
It was pretty exciting. I got the West District last year, but I was excited this year to get it again because I think that's a pretty big honor.
What would you tell students who are thinking about going out for bowling?
Come out and try it and just see if you like it or not.
What was your favorite thing about being on a bowling team and why?
All of the people that were there and all the things that we did together as a group.
Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing our girls bowling team do next year.
Thank you.
Today I'm here with Principal Peters to discuss the decision of prom on Friday. Juniors and seniors were told that the school would not be holding prom this year because of safety concerns with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
How hard was this decision for the district to make?
Months. Actually, we had planned on having it, began ideas, way back in October. I was asked repeatedly, are you sure? This is a good idea. Yeah, we're gonna try it. And then as vaccines didn't roll out, safety protocols haven't gotten a lot better. Just decided we can either have a watered down version where we exclude a lot of kids and make it incredibly small. Some places are saying no slow dances, no dancing, just a magician. There's a lot of things, there's a large range. Said, or I understand there's another outside agency that's doing it, and they can do it the way they'd like to do it, and they can do what they want. So they had an option, and then, so the decision wasn't easy, but at least I know the kids have an option, so.
What all goes into making this kind of decision?
Well, there's a lot goes into that. I mean, the entire district has a safety protocol that we have to follow, as you know. We're all wearing masks, we're all doing certain things. We have to wipe down our rooms every single day, try to get in between classes, and our lunchroom's still different. So there's a lot of things to consider. Also have to consider kids getting the virus, taking it home and making somebody ill, who might be, compromised. So, yeah, there's a lot.
Some students are frustrated about the decision because they think it is unfair that students can play sports, but then the same students cannot dance. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't think, it's personal opinion, I don't think the sports were a good idea. I was one of the only states doing it. But we did it, and we did have obviously some small breakouts on some teams, but we've got through it. Dancing obviously different, face to face, 3 hours, 500 kids or whatever, 300 kids jammed together in a room is different than a quick competition. But I feel the frustration, I feel it as well.
Are you glad that there is an alternative prom that has been started for this senior class?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It played a lot into the decision because I know they can have a dance. I'm still working with some seniors who came and spoke to me about some alternative ideas they had. And the more I listen, the more I learn. They've got some great ideas that I think things we can do. We haven't finished them. We just started meeting this week. But I'll continue to listen to them and get some good ideas, weigh that against the health and safety. But they had some ideas that were excellent. And I think we're going to be able to put some in play for these seniors to make it a special event towards the end of the year, something, so we can have some fun together.
Is there anything else that you would like to say to the senior class of 2021?
COVID stinks. I wish I told these kids today, I wish I could spend more time with them and see them doing their activities. We've managed to press forward to our activities department, done a great job, and still have some activities. We're still going to have a play, we're still going to have concerts, scaled down versions, obviously, as to what we've had in the past, but we're still trying our best to do those things. And so I'll work with them this spring because they have much better ideas than I do, and we'll continue to try to pick up some ideas to make it a fun ending for them.
Thank you so much for your time and answers to these important questions.
Thank you, Cardinal TV.
Today I'm here with student council to discuss prom. Were you part of the decision to not hold prom?
No, actually, that was up to our administration and higher powers at the admin building.
Is this a hard decision to make?
I'm sure it was for them because for seniors this year especially, last year it got canceled and this year too. So it's kind of not ruining their high school experience, but they're losing a lot of their memories that are made through prom, and that it kind of sucks. But I understand why they have to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We heard there might be an alternate prom this year held in the community. Have you heard any details?
Yeah, I've heard that there is going to be an alternative prom held at Macara, which is like the old skating rink across town. I know it's April 10th, right?
Yep, it's April 10th, but other than that, we're really not sure of any details. We've just seen it on Facebook, and it's kind of been talk around the community. So.
Will there be a limit to how many people can attend this event?
I haven't seen anything about a limit, but are they requiring that?
I would
I'm sure
assume.
there'll be some
Yeah,
sort
I
of.
bet it'll.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say about this event or other events coming up for the senior class?
Honestly, just take advantage of what you're given. If they're going to host an alternative prom and you want to go to prom, go to the alternative prom. And if they're letting students come to the basketball games, go to the basketball games, just to soak up your last memories here at the high school. So.
Thank you so much for your time and service for Newton High School.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm here with 6 seniors to discuss prom. On Friday, juniors and seniors were told that the school would not be holding a prom this year because of the safety concerns with COVID. How are you feeling about not having prom or post-prom hosted by the school in your high school career?
Never had an actual prom experience. We'll just have like a alternate one that no one else has, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What was something you were looking forward to at prom?
I really like after prom and just like the activities that go on.
We heard that there might be an alternative prom held in the community. Have you heard any of these details?
Yeah.
Yep. It's going to be at Macara.
Okay, can you tell us anything about the event?
There's going to be like an after prom there that's hosted by parents, but pretty much it's going to be like a regular prom, I guess.
Okay. Do you know if there will still be a king and queen?
No.
Okay. Will there be a limit to how many people can attend this event?
Not sure. I don't think so.
Okay. Are there any other events you were looking forward to in high school that were canceled because of COVID? What were they and why did you enjoy them?
Yeah.
Normal homecoming.
Yeah.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Yeah.
Me and Jack actually were dodgeball champs last year.
And
Alright.
So like we kind of wanted to defend our title. But.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to say about this event or other events coming up for the senior class?
I just want everything to be normal again.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Thank you so much for your time, and we hope your alternative prom is a great event.
This week's senior spotlight is Callie Smith. She's an 18-year-old artist. She said, I felt a strong connection to art. Art isn't confined to having one specific meaning or representation. Not only is art overflowing with an extreme diversity of components, but the term itself is broad and ever so subjective. The term art is like the atmosphere around the earth. Art is everything, yet it is filled with a variety of different assortments within itself. With this in mind, my life not only has always been revolving around art, whether it's acting simply as pastime or as deep as a massacre in my own conventional symphony. Art has not only held my life together, but in a certain sense, art is my life, or rather my life is art. I have only ever foreseen myself pursuing art in the future, whether it be through dance, paintings, or sculptures, tattoos/body modifications, graphic novel illustration, or creating interactive art pieces. During my 4 years of high school at Newton High School, I have taken mixed media, pottery, painting, and drawing classes, and loved every moment of them. I love learning new techniques and spending time conversing with other artists and, of course, the incredible art teachers. I'm very excited about the opportunity to attend either KCAI or AAOC, as I want to improve my craft and skills with the help of professionals. The ability to get to work side to side with other artists like myself in such a close community is very exciting. I am determined to step out of my comfort zone and create artwork of all kinds. I do not give up, and I will put my all into my artwork. I'm a dedicated worker and very open-minded to new experiences. I'm looking forward to making new friends and artists to learn from, the share lifelong memories with. Looks like Callie knows what she's doing and what she wants in life. Good luck, Callie.